Hey, what's going on? What's going on? Good afternoon. I am so excited to be here. This is Maisha Edmond, licensed cosmetologist in the state of New York. I am also a certified trichologist. I'm the creator and founder of Trichology 911 University and all of its subsidiaries, case studies, all that stuff. I'm so excited to be with this very influential woman who not only is an instructor and educator. We were briefly speaking before we even came on, and she is a thought leader in the industry. And this is what I love because you have people that come through trichology, they come through whatever industries, and they leave a mark. And they leave an impact. And so I'm super excited to introduce her or reintroduce her to you. If you have seen her before, then you already know what you're in for. But if you have not, buckle your seatbelts because she is going to give it to us. I want you to get excited for Shanae Starnes.
Hi, Maisha. Oh, I'm excited.
I'm so excited. I'm just so glad that you have agreed to sit with us today. I know that you're super busy. You're a mommy and you're an instructor and you are an entrepreneur. And that's just a few hats that you wear. But I'm really glad that you were able to carve out some time in your day because I know that people are always wondering about almost like life after trichology school or life after cosmetology school and like how to make things work for them. And I think that sometimes when we commit to something, commit to learning, and we're in it and we have invested, I think that we are sometimes afraid to say, let me go another way, or I'll change my mind, or let me use it in a different way. And so that being said, I want you to give us an intro. Let us know who you are, where you're from, and just a little background about you.
Absolutely. So, again, I'm Shanae Starnes, and I am out of the state of North Carolina. Sorry. And I'm a licensed cosmetology educator for the public school system here, as well as a certified trichologist, board holistic health practitioner. And I do some other things, but my connection with Maisha spans more than a year now. And I enjoy helping my community stay informed. Once we dig in, my passion is to make sure that the correct information is provided. With the years I've had in the industry, I know how I felt behind the chair, how uncomfortable it was to uncover things just due to lack of knowledge, and to see professionals out there that's willing to share the experiences that they had. I have grabbed onto that. So yeah, that's a little bit about myself.
Wow, you know what? That is it's amazing. I love when you said that. I remember when I first started seeing you on different lives that I was doing. And I think in somewhere in the height of the pandemic, Clubhouse started. And so we were kind of like interacting on Facebook and everything. And then we went over to Clubhouse and I had studied a little bit. And we're always looking at systems, and we're always looking at like solutions and different things like that. And I remember sitting in some rooms and just kind of looking at the structure of Clubhouse. And when I did one broadcast and I said, find a corner, work your corner. I said, work your corner. And you were one of like the first people that took that and was like, you know what? Yeah, like Work my corner. When I said that to you and others, what did you gather from that? How was that impactful to you?
It was impactful to me because, like you said, at that point, Clubhouse was new. I was actually new to you as well. And I've been on this journey to become a trichologist for many years. This is spanning back from like 2014. And so, what I liked about the newness of Clubhouse that you took a stance on is you said, look, there's a lot of noise going on here. Just work your corner. Said it just like that, New York style, work your corner. And so I said, you know what? That's all we can do. And it does resonate with me still today. We can work with what, like you said, was already in our hands. To go outside of us is too stressful, especially if you've not made the money that you can with the things that are in your hands. So when you said work your corner, I said, okay, all right. It's either I'm going to work my corner or somebody's going to work it. And I'll never benefit from the things that I've learned thus far. So, yeah, that statement was impactful then as well as it is now. For somebody to
Absolutely.
hear that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. And speaking of that and working your corner, you are a woman of many talents, skills, hats, disciplines, and you have created some things. You have some courses and some you're able to give out some certifications, and so tell us about those things that you have as it relates to trichology and where you are in that space.
Okay. And I first want to give you your flowers in a way where um, I've taken your course, and I will say that you were very specific about working your corner. You are the one that helps you after trichology school. You are the one that helps with the business of trichology. So you're already at a stance where you're like, okay, these people have to come in with a little bit of knowledge thus far, and I'm just going to help them take it from here, right? So in having that experience with you, it allowed me to try to figure things out. And then you also said that there's not one way to be a trichologist. There are very different ways to get the information out to be of service to people. And through your course, you helped us develop a product. What you shared with us was, look, what can you talk about? What can you talk about for a whole month? And because of that exercise, I just want to tell you one of the things that I was able to create and what I'm doing now is a book out of it. I took the 30 questions, oh, excuse me, the 30 tips that you had us write down, and I was able to put it put it inside of a journal. And what that journal has done for me is it's allowed me to get in front of more people. So when I'm at events, I'll have my books on the table. So that part has helped me with what I'm doing today with getting the information out. My hair matters. My hair matters, right? The other thing, just being connected with you and some of the trainings that I've had, because I'm already a teacher in a sense, I'm kind of teachy. So I'm always learning something that I want to share, right? So it really encouraged me to go ahead and get my course accredited through American Association of Drugless Practitioners.
Yes,
Right? Because
yes.
remember, you were talking about the business behind trichology. Like, we got into some of the therapies and some of the solutions and the research and the things that one needs to do, but it was that business piece really helped catapult me in that way to go ahead and make money. You know, what we're going to do, just keep taking the class, or we're going to take the class, learn from it, make money, and then continue on being a lifelong learner, right?
Yes.
So it's either when you have your next course coming up or your next class, you take the next one, or you go outside and whatever, suits your fancy, whatever it is that you're looking for, you go and get it. You never cease to learn, right? And so with that being said, I'm working on a course to help just from the beginner stance to help
Yes.
the cosmetologist to feel more comfortable with addressing the issues in the chair right now. And so the book and the course is what was an influence from being connected um, to you working my corner because you was working yours.
All right. And you know what? This is so amazing that you were able to take one of the exercises that we had in group membership and turn it into something that was profitable, because I always believe, like, if you're going to take a class,
Mm-hmm.
um you should assess, am I gonna, like, is it a waste? Is it something I'm going to be able to get my money back from? Like, can I make my money with this? What can I gain from this? You're in business definitely to make money. That's what business is, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you're going to help people. Yes, you're going to be an influence and all that other stuff, but you also, want to make money. You're not out here just saying, and I just love the people. Yes, love the people, but then let it be a hobby. Don't let it be a business. And so to see you really maximizing that is huge for me, and I think for a lot of people, because you look at little things like
Mm-hmm.
taking an exercise about posting and being able to curate information about one topic for 30 days, to
Yep.
be able to do something like that and then take it and say, now how can I flip this? What's another way I can use this? And you're doing it and you have done it. So let me ask you this. What did you need? What was the thing that you needed before you found Trichology 911? What were you searching for that you had not gotten up until the point that we met?
Okay. I do believe in having career besties. So, like in anything, or business besties, if you may. Anytime I take on a career or something that I'm doing, I always sought out someone that can do it with me. And so, my friend here locally, got to shout her out, Carmelita
Shout her out.
Stevens. She came upon your link and she was like, let's check this out. And in doing that, we knew that we were in search of community. I
Ah,
believe that we can't do business by ourselves. Either we're going to be the teacher at some point or we're going to be the learner. And that's a part of the learning continuum in life. And so, what I was just in search of was community. And then, with your message being so clear as to what you offered, I was in a position to go ahead and take advantage of that. See, you never know. See, you don't know what people are looking for until you say it. They'll
that's
show
good.
up immediately. I
Say
didn't
it
know who
again.
you were. I
Yes,
said, you
right.
don't know what people need until you let them know. I did not know you long, maybe less than a month. And I was willing, just based off of you showing up, the information that you were sharing, the seriousness, and then I had a need. So I always say you can never say the wrong things to the right people. You just got to say it. And I fell upon the right people at that time. And so what I needed, again, to go back to the question, community. Because as a teacher to go on forward, I'm still in connection with you. You're a part of some of the other fabulous instructors that I've been in front of. And so I'm able to come back because you're a mentor now. You understand? The
Yeah,
mentor is the mentee of another mentor.
right.
You understand? So that's what I was seeking. I was seeking community. You didn't know it, but you showed up and you found out who I was because I
Wow. And you
look
know,
at.
what's so amazing about that is that a lot of people feel like, because they have, I always say this, and I know I've said it several times in our sessions and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
like, just because you just started, you don't have to act new. You don't have to always say, well, I just started, so excuse me. No, no, no. You know what you know. And so, because you know what you know, you have to present that with excellence, because there's
Right.
somebody that doesn't know that. And so, the fact that I was able to show up knowing that ain't nobody know me, but I know what I know. And I know that I have a passion to help somebody. And it's like, I just think, like, it's so good. It's a well, how do I say, is it helps like
Mm-hmm.
new trichologists and stylists to say, show up, like you said, be consistent,
Mm-hmm.
and like you said, open your mouth. Open your mouth. You don't have to know everything. You have to know something. And if you know something, somebody's going to need that and use that. And
Yeah.
you being in place is going to help them. So let me ask you this. Um, do you have a specific um, class or interaction that impacted you most with Trichology 911?
Just over the course of the years, or specific within your
Yeah, within Trichology 911, like the classes that I offer.
I would say case studies. I think that's
Okay.
trademark, by the way. You have to
Yes, it
share with
is.
them exactly what
That's
that
right.
is. But I thought case studies was pretty powerful, because when you're going into something new, now I've had experiences with individuals with hair loss um, as a cosmetologist, but now that I'm specializing, or I'm delving deeper into a subject matter, and to really study that, case studies is an awesome way to do that. I thought that some of these things were one thing, but to really, it wasn't that answers were given to us, but the questions came on to say, all right, does it look like this? Dig a little deeper. What additional questions would you ask? What does it look like to you? What are the characteristics like? So those things resonated with me, because every experience that we have in the industry turns around and it's a case study. And the and
Yes,
the good thing about that is, like, what did you do to solve the problem? And there you have it. You have an experience, you have a solution, and you keep that example so that you can mirror it in the real life experience that you'll have when the class is far gone. So case studies for me, um, I was like, well, I thought I knew, you know what I mean? And I know when to be a student too, and to
yeah,
be quiet, and to be humble enough to ask questions and say, okay, well, what is this and what is that? And just the collaboration of the other women
that was
in
good.
the class was very impactful, because sometimes I didn't ask the right questions, but the other student did. And I'd be like, you know what? I think you're right about that. So I like that. I like that environment. I like that feel.
It's funny that you said that, because like you said, with community. And another thing that you said was like, okay, what are the characteristics? What are these things that we're seeing? And I think that
Mm-hmm.
one of the things that you pulled out was the concept about therapies. So share that with everyone.
Yeah, so I looked at the fact that you have these experiences, and trichology is an extension past your cosmetology license and your experience, right? So the key is, we know that we can study what the causes are, the root causes, but how can you make someone comforted through their experience or their journey in hair loss? So it's not always about the products that one is using. That's the first thing that a client's going to come to you. They're like, it's almost like they want to be sold. Okay, what product are you going to give me? Nope, it's not about that. We need to do a serious assessment, a consultation, so that we can find out some things that are a little deeper than the surface that's going on. And just one example of a cause of hair loss is your environment. Like, is it a stressful environment? Is it due to work? Is it due to family? Is it due to self-sabotage, due to grief, so on and so forth? And so coming in to a trichologist, because those that feeling or that effect will have an effect on your hair. Well, you still need to get your hair done.
Right.
So I really dove into what therapies can I offer the client. Is it a clay mask? Is it a tool that I may have? Can I show one tool?
Please do.
Okay. Is it a tool that I have that's going to massage that scalp a little longer at the shampoo bowl, or I can just set aside XYZ time frame to with that client? Is it something as simple as this to massage that scalp? Okay. Like there are tools that we could use. In addition, you have the high frequency comb, you have the steamer. Like, what can you build in your practice that you can get access to right now,
Right now.
even if you don't have a trichoscope, the to look at the scalp? What do you have right now that the client is not getting from someone that is not into hair loss solutions,
Right.
right?
And even when you said that, like, what do you have? And you being able to use things that you have access to right then, that's so big, because I think that so many people come into trichology
Mhm.
and they think lab coat, photo shoot, certificate, and then after that it's products, big tools, expensive things, when we know of people that have a magnifying lamp with a light, and they are creating solutions because the
Yes.
therapies, and because they understand what the root cause of things are. They understand why things work, ingredients. They
Mhm.
understand why things react. And so I think that was something that you really pulled in because of your education background. It was like, okay, but why did that happen?
Exactly.
Right?
Yep, that's being curious. So
Yes.
just think about it. If you're a trichologist and you have a national provider identifier, which is an MPI number, I mean, you are a provider. Did you hear what I said? Like, you are a provider. So that
Yep.
means that you could literally, communicate with doctors, but you have to find that level of confidence, and you got to remain studying. So if that is the case, you got your therapies, you got your tools. And as much as we are sold to on our industry, with different companies want to come in and sell us a nutritional line, you do need one,
Yep.
because we also know that a lot of times it's internal issues, nutritional wise, mineral deficiency wise. And one of the things I do also like about your program, now that you asked 20 minutes ago, I've remembered, is that we tapped on, the blood work, you know, getting a familiarity with the blood work. Start with yourself, start with understanding the blood work in relation to hair, because you may
Right.
have the normal ranges as far as your health is concerned, but it might be on the low end. You may be borderline. Excuse me. And in that instance, there can still be an effect on the hair. There can still be an effect on the hair. So I wanted to, add that along with this. This is serious business. This is a lifelong subject, and you have to remain connected. I'm with you. This is what, a year and a half now?
Yeah. Yeah.
It ain't hit it and split it. It's hit it and stay connected. Find out if there's a membership fee that'll keep you connect. Me and my friend, we talk about it's almost like insurance for your business.
You're right.
I know
That's
I'm
good.
connected enough where I can say, okay, Maisha, look, or I'm within the group because I pay a membership where I can put
Yeah.
something in there. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, looking at this from the business scope, I love that about your program, because that's what I don't think that the cosmetology industry in the classroom, before they get this license, that they fully grasp that. So from a continuing education perspective, coming to your class, it was very well felt. And I think that's a key component.
Awesome. Awesome. What's next? What's next for Shanae Starnes? What's next for just what do you see for yourself? What is next for you?
Well, what I see is, hopefully one day I can be a speaker of some sort on a platform that you have. When you have something nationally, people coming to New York or wherever, you decide to, do that. But no, really just get out here and continue to spread the word. And also, I do have the Science of Trichology Institute, where the course will be coming out. You can go to Linktree, the Linktree there. so I can capture your information, or my website is just simply ShanaeStarnes.com, and just get to be a part of my website. I can gather your information. And also, I'm a part of the Beauty Industry Experts, and we have an event here in Charlotte tomorrow and Monday. So I'm very active. I'll be a speaker there, along with some other heavy hitters. Nutrition is going to be one of the components that's involved in that talk. So you'll hear more about that, from me, the therapies, the nutrition, identifying exactly what's going on, and then building that relationship with other professionals in the community and feeling confident about it. You don't have to have a white coat on, as long as you have the information and you can help your client. Then that's the key. So that's what you'll see from me in the future, and some more books.
You know what, Shanae? I do remember this one instance, and I want you to talk about this just to help the people that are on. You were in a clubhouse room,
Mm-hmm.
and they called you to the stage, and they begin to ask questions, and you said how you felt like on the spot, so lost, like you were almost an imposter. You didn't know
Mm-hmm.
what to say, what to do. And I believe that marked you in a way that that did something. I don't want to explain it for you, but tell me how, tell the people how that really impacted you, and
Mm-hmm.
where it took you.
Okay, good. Yeah, so I felt like I had imposter syndrome. Okay, that's when, you know what you know, but you may be in an environment where you don't quite think you know what you know, and so you lose focus, and it made me feel uncomfortable. But the friends that I did have in that room that day, they said, Shanae, you did well. And so I said, well, you know what? They don't really know what trumped up charges that I have placed on myself. And it thrusted me to push past that. Now, one of the things that came up was in regards to school. Well, they kept saying, well, I don't know what school, Shanae went to. And it came up a few times. And I'm thinking to myself, it was never answered. It wasn't addressing that. And it made me think that I want to tell all of you out here, the main school that you should be concerned with is getting the cosmetology license, because you're licensed in the state. The certification is just that. It's an extension of you going through a specialized program. Now, what I will tell you, like I see with cosmetology students all the time, they come in, it's so much information, and they go get the license. It's in the doing after you get the license that's going to work. It's in the connection with community, with other people in the field that's going to help you. You're not going to get it all after school. You're just not going to. And if you could take that pressure away from yourself and stop talking about what you didn't learn in the class or what this didn't happen, because I'll tell anybody that's taken my class, I bet you had that book and there's a front cover and there's a back cover. How much time did you put in for self-development on your own? Because your brain is not going to capture it all. It's just not going to happen, right? So it made me think about it. And then I said to myself, you know what? Let me work my corner.
Mm-hmm.
Let me work my corner. Let me get good at what I feel comfortable with getting good at. And if we all do that, we'll be a force to be reckoned with in the trichology industry. What I may have to say, it's much different than what Maisha may have to say. And the one thing that keeps me grounded is that if you are a believer, then you know that there are people that are designed and destined to be connected with you, only you, as long as you let the people know that you are available for them. They're going to sought you out. They're going to seek you out. And that's what it made me do. It made me get better at accepting who I was and stop comparing myself to the newness of it all in this trichology field. So thank you for bringing that up. I started
Yeah,
sweating it just a little bit, like,
like,
oh my God,
because
because
I
that
remember,
those
yeah, I
feelings.
remember that you were like going through it, like, oh my gosh, I did so bad, and they asked me all
Yep.
these questions. It was like they were bombarding me, and I didn't know what to say, and and it was kind of like, who am I? And I'm just like, no, like,
Yeah, you got me down pat, girl. That's it. Yeah.
But that's the thing, and even in that, and you going through this journey, and allowing me to go with you
Yeah.
on your journey in trichology, you made some very important pivots, and you have redefined what trichology is for you.
That's
you
right.
you have and you are doing it differently. Could you just share like how you are implementing your trichology information at this time?
Thank you. Yeah. So I really consider myself a health literacy consultant, advocate. I am also a licensed health insurance agent and or professional. And on that side, the trichology has helped me so much because I know that the cause of the hair loss is rooted within. But then on the health side of things, when people are trying to cover themselves, there's a lack of literacy in that area, and so sometimes I think about, you know what? Let me get out here. Hair is interesting for people, and if I can just get their ear in that arena, then I can help them educate themselves in regards to health literacy, health insurance literacy. It's a lot out here. And then I even started to dive into Medicare, which is when we get older. Like
Yeah,
all of these things are good while we're making money now, but who's going to pay these bills of us not taking care of ourselves when we get older? And so the whole trichology, now that I've gotten the grasp on the fact that there are internal forces that create a haven for the hair to be lost. And when I say a barometer, what I mean by that is by the time that there's a spot on your head, there's been something brewing within your body. So
yes,
now, are you even able to go to the doctor? Are you not going to the doctor because you don't have the health care in place? Is it because you don't have an understanding on the literacy of why preventative checkups are even in place? So trichology has definitely helped to strengthen my reason to as to why I will speak about it. The hair industry did it to me. I've been in it over 25 years, and now that I'm focusing in on the hair component, the hair loss, and how to grow hair, all that good stuff, which is from within, it really ties into the health literacy component for us here in America and in our community.
absolutely. I'm super excited about what you're doing and how you have taken that initiative to not just be one thing. And I know that this is a struggle with a lot of people, because especially like when you're transitioning from one part of the industry to the other, or coming from another industry into
Mm-hmm.
trichology and trying to make it work, trying to make it make sense, because you're trying to still be who you were, and you're still trying to become who you want to be. And it takes a little while for
Mm-hmm.
you to mesh it together and say, I don't have to throw everything out, but I can, make it come together and use what I can to stand in this new space. And that's what you have done. I'm so excited about the upcoming course. Um, put that book up again, let the people see um, this amazing book, Your My Hair Matters, and it is a hair care journal. We are super excited about that. You can
Yeah.
go to Linktree/Shanae Starnes to grab that. Also, you want to be in her listing, so you want to go there so that you can put your name on the list, so that when the course is released, you will be one of the first to know. And so we're excited about that. Thank you so much for joining us and allowing people to hear what you have made trichology and how you're using the information. If there was one thing that you could tell somebody that was looking for something like Trichology 911, what would you tell them? And I'll let you be the last voice. First, let me let you know on today. You can go ahead and register. Group mentorship is open for summer 2022. It has been extended to 12 weeks. We are only offering case studies within group mentorship. And all that other stuff. So it's going to be really, really good. I can't wait to see you. Somebody said, thanks for sharing. Is that Shannon? Gary, thank you for joining us. And so, yeah, go ahead and register for group mentorship. You're still able to save $500 off of registration. So hop on that. It's going to be absolutely amazing. Again, let me just pose the question. If you were speaking to somebody that was new into trichology and they're just kind of trying to figure out what it is, what would you share with them in regard to Trichology 911 University? And then we're going to get out of here.
Absolutely. I would share with them that Trichology 911 University is the place for premier education, a heartfelt experience. It's tough too, we're going to you're going to get put through it. So if you're willing to, put the investment and knowing that there'll be a return, it'll be an awesome experience for you. I also want to add just really quick that with taking such a course like this, if you are community driven, one of the things that has helped me also is the fact that reach out to these associations and organizations. In doing so, you're going to be giving back to your community. Once you feel confident when you come through the business class, the business course of Trichology, then you're going to get that confidence to reach out to an association such as the PCOS Association, such as the Association for CCCA. And there's so many more. The community is suffering and they need more advocates such as yourself out there on the ground. Vending, put your banner up, let them come to the table, have literature available. You got to be community first, and I promise you the blessings will come back tenfold. So this course was beneficial to me. It'll be beneficial to you. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. Catch the replay if you can. Reach out to Shanae. Her link tree is up. Thank you again, Shanae. We'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great day and happy hair growing.